Financial gurus have long recommended that you contribute to your 401k up to the match and then move along to the next best alternative. So the question becomes, what happens if your employer doesn't provide a match? Should you still contribute to a 401k? The answer to this question is pretty straightforward. It depends. A lot of people who embrace a tax-free retirement approach want to avoid tax-deferred investments like 401ks at all costs. If tax rates are going to be higher in the future, the thinking goes, you don't want to have any money at all in these types of investments. It's sort of like going into a business partnership with the IRS, and every year they get to vote on what percentage of your profits they get to keep. Not a very good business partnership. So you could have $1 million in your IRA, but unless you can accurately predict what tax rates are going to be, and the year you take all that money out, you don't really know how much money you have. And it's pretty hard to plan for retirement if you don't know how much money you have. The truth is, if you aren't expecting a pension in retirement, you will want to have some money in tax-deferred retirement accounts. Here's why. When you retire, you'll have a standard deduction which will allow you to offset a certain amount of taxable income. For example, if you retire today as a married couple, your standard deduction would be $27,700. That means you could realize $27,700 of taxable income from any number of sources without paying any tax at all. And if you've accumulated all of your money in tax-free accounts like Roth IRAs, Roth 401ks, Roth conversions, and certain types of properly funded cash value life insurance contracts, you won't have any taxable income left to be offset by that standard deduction. That means you will have needlessly paid a tax along the way to get money into those tax-free accounts. So here's a rule of thumb. If you aren't expecting a pension or other residual income in retirement, you want to have about $350,000 in your tax-deferred retirement accounts by the time you retire. This will ensure that your required minimum distributions are less than or equal to your standard deduction and that your Social Security won't be taxed. If you're expecting a sizable pension, then the ideal balance is simply zero. So here's a good way to think about your 401k if you don't have a match. If you don't currently have enough money in your tax-deferred assets to get you to that $350,000 amount, by the time you retire, you should direct all of your contributions towards the tax-deferred portion of your 401k. That will put you in a position where you can be at or near the ideal amount by the time you reach retirement. If you already have plenty of money in your tax-deferred accounts, then you can still do a 401k. You would just need to direct your contributions to the Roth portion of your 401k. Remember, anything above and beyond that $350,000 amount needs to be grown within the safe confines of your tax-free retirement accounts. So no matter what way you slice it, you'll want to take advantage of either the traditional 401k or the Roth 401k, even if you aren't getting a company match. So now that we have the 401k figured out, where else should you be investing your retirement savings? Well, once we have the ideal amount growing and accumulating inside our tax-deferred 401k, we want to make sure we're maxing out all of the other tax-free accounts the IRS makes available to us. These include, once again, you or your spouse's Roth 401k, you or your spouse's Roth IRA, and a Roth conversion if you already have more than the ideal amount in your IRAs or 401ks. It could also include some forms of cash value life insurance policies. These can be useful because they grow your money safely and productively and allow you to receive your death benefit in advance of your death for the purpose of paying for long-term care. So a comprehensive strategy might include a Roth IRA, Roth 401k, Roth conversion, cash value life insurance, taking money out of your IRA or 401k up to your standard deduction, and if you can stay below your provisional income thresholds, then you would also get your Social Security 100% tax-free. And if you have tax-free, 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 and tax-free, what tax bracket does that put you in? Well, the 0% tax bracket. And why is the 0% tax bracket so powerful? Because if tax rates double, like many experts are predicting, 2 times 0 is still 0. In summary, the 401k is almost always a great place to put your money, even if you don't have a match. If you're on track to have less than $350,000 as a married couple by the time you retire, put money into the tax-deferred portion of your 401k. And if you're on track to have $350,000 or more, you should direct money towards the Roth portion of your 401k and potentially consider a Roth conversion along the way. If you would like some help implementing a balanced, comprehensive approach to retirement planning that shields you from longevity risk and tax rate risk, head on over to DaveMcknight.com and click on the Connect with an Advisor button. I'm happy to refer you to an advisor in the Power Zero network that has been trained, vetted, and qualified personally by me. If you're a financial professional and want to learn how to become a certified Power Zero advisor, head on over to PowerZero.com and opt into my free video series. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I'll respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.